Hello, and welcome to my marathon submission video for Sonic Jam on the Tiger Gamecom. This video is for my first, and to date, only marathon run of all games. I've decided to use this video as I feel is a good representation of both how commentary will flow, as well as what can go wrong in the run and how to account for that. As a note, this run went over estimate by about a minute due to a string of deaths. I have accounted for this issue in my new estimate, as well as plan on being better prepared in case I get off route again in the future. Despite this issue, I still feel this is the best video I can provide to show off this run in the marathon setting. Thanks for your review of this, and enjoy.
And welcome back to Sonic's 30th birthday blast, benefiting QWERTY gamers. Up next, we have Final Flame playing SonicJamGame.com. This ought to be a cursed run. Welcome back, Final Flame.
Thanks for having me. Let me go ahead and start up the game. Just want to show people, yes, this exists. I have the cart right here. So I'm going to go ahead and power up the Gamecom. Gotta love that experience. And we'll go ahead and get this cartridge started with it and get this amazing soundtrack going. So this is going to be an experience. Let me start off by introducing the co-commentators. First up, we have Mendez.
Gamecom active.
And Sonic Star.
Hi, I'm not here by choice. Please.
Oh, I appreciate you guys coming along. So with Sonic Jam, we're going to be doing all games. So we'll go into the menu here. We have 3 game options: Sonic 3, Sonic 2, Sonic, and Knuckles. We're going to start off with Sonic 2. In these, we have 3 character options: Sonic, this guy who, I don't know if we know who he is, just forget about him, and Tails, our character
Excuse
choice. Me? Okay, it's Knuckles. Our character choice will be Tails, not necessarily because we want to use Tails. To a certain degree, we kind of have to use Tails. I'll explain why later on. I guess just as a heads up, I know if you watched my Sonic 2 run, I did a lot of talking. I'm probably going to do a little less talking this time, because this, for being the game it is, takes a lot of focus to actually do right. So let's go ahead and get this thing started with Sonic 2 in 3, 2, 1, go. So how we're going to play this game is we're going to either run or spin dash or fly. We do have spin dash. It is not the same type of spin dash you would be used to. It's not a revved spin dash. You only get 1 tap, and that's the speed you're going to get. We have invincibility, maybe minor photosensitivity warning on that. It's just Tails flashing. This game can't handle anything more than that. And I'm holding right for the rest of the stage, by the way. Sonic 2 is the shortest part of this run, clocking in at around or under 4 minutes, if all goes well. Which is kind of nice. Kept my invincibility through that. One thing I didn't know when I first started this game, we have a time and ring bonus countdown screen there. You can actually skip it just by pressing A. And now we're going to begin flight. Flight in this game is actually pretty slow. Ideally, you want to minimize it as much as possible, which is one thing I did when I routed this game. There is still a bit of flying kind of required, though.
I just want to say, flight in this game is pretty slow, you know, in comparison with everything else, which is super light and fast. Especially the frame rate.
Yeah, this game has frames, like 2 of them or so. I actually have a hard trick coming up, so I'll let you guys do a bit of talking.
Okay, well, this is Emerald Hill. You can probably recognize it. It's kind of a very black and white version of the tile set from Sonic 2.
Yeah, so for Sonic 2, we are playing in Emerald Hill. For Sonic 3, it's Angel Island Zone. For Sonic and Knuckles, it is Mushroom Hill, and there are 4 acts in each one. By the way, I did not get the trick I was going for. I was trying to go over those spikes without touching them. It actually is a tight window, and unfortunately, I didn't do too well at it.
Yeah, and who can forget this classic Emerald Hill boss?
Alright, this is
Yeah, I was
actually a
about to
hard
say.
trick right here. I just rerouted this and got it. Nice. If you jump
Nice.
too early, you die. If you jump too late, you miss the spring. This cuts out an extremely inconsistent portion of this stage. That is an intentional damage boost, by the way, because that's just the best way for me to stop and spin dash. Now I'm holding right for the rest of the stage. But normally I was taking the bottom route, but you would take a spring and you would either end up on a path you didn't want, or you would take a damage boost. Doing this, you get the same time as if that went correct, as long as you do it correctly. And now we're going to be here at the boss, and you remember this guy from Emerald Hill, right?
Oh, this was the Emerald Hill boss. That's
yeah.
right. Although I seem to remember there was some kind of gimmick rather than just jumping up and hitting him. But my
Nah,
memory must be-
yeah. You're misremembering, definitely.
Yeah, definitely.
So Act 4, this is the last act of this stage already. So we'll see how well it goes. Going to roll right at the end of these ledges to miss these enemies, or run through them, not take damage. I got to jump right here. Nice, I got the jump I wanted, and I'm going to fly up here. I don't want to fly too high, because these helixes will lag the game and also cause issues with inputs. It's nice, though, because the moment you enter one, you gain a burst of speed.
Ah.
And now we're going to the last boss, which is... of this section, I should say. We'll see if I do this correctly.
Oh, it's that classic Emerald Hill. Oh wait, this actually is the Emerald Hill boss.
Nice. I rerouted that the other day and made it much better. One more hit. Jump into him.
Nice.
And that's the end of
But-
Sonic 2.
By the way, that just missed world record on that run.
Oh,
But we're talking by like a tenth of a second.
Nice
wow.
straight jump there.
Yeah, I don't know why that happens when whenever I go into this stage, because I only hit the button once. I jumped way... That looked awesome, but I jumped way earlier than I meant to. And I've just gotten thrown off. I don't know where I am. I think I meant to be up here. Yeah, I'm on the wrong path.
Oh no.
Cool if I jump in with a couple of donations.
Go for it.
All right, we have $50 from Diamond with no comment. And then we have $5 from Anonymous saying, I feel like I'm watching cursed footage.
I
And
don't know.
those...
So I have no idea where I am in the stage. I'm gonna die. Just making the wrong jump threw everything off.
That was an interesting jump in Spike.
Like, let me just die and reset. This is a game.
So the size of spikes hurts you as well. I think we just saw that, right?
Some of them, not all of them. Don't ask.
Okay. All right.
Okay, right here. I was right where I wanted to be. That's where I wanted to jump. I'm going to land here, do a spin dash. And this slow loop. This is not the slowest part of the game, though. Far from it. I tried to make everything quickly. Sometimes things like that are just better. And, you know, the slow roll uphill. If Tails can make it, holy cow. Still not the slowest part of the game.
It's just, I love the way that when you just roll in a spin dash, it's just, you can see the ground just crawling underneath you. There's no real attempt at speed in this game. It's just, you know what? Here we go. It kind of looks like Mushroom Hill.
You know, it truly does try sometimes, though, and will give you speed. Alright, and now we're getting out of this stage. Go on, Sonic 2.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, this is actually looking fairly close to what it kind of looks like in the original SNK.
Yeah, the stages are very loosely based. Some sections are more accurate than others. The stage coming up is very much not, and I know because I tried to find a map to reroute it, and it didn't go well. Nothing matched. This stage, I mentioned earlier, I try and avoid flying as much as possible. This stage, unfortunately, we really can't avoid it. We do have to fly over a lot on the top because the bottom route is just so slow. And in some cases, I don't even know if it's passable. Because you just have so many loops, a lot of steep uphill sections. A wall that I got stuck in the other day, and one time soft locked, and the other time got stuck in, and could move around in, but couldn't replicate it. That would have been awesome. I was actually meant to do a shroom jump there and totally forgot about it. So in Sonic & Knuckles, please get a spin dash. You will see in an upcoming stage, I do a lot of jumps on the mushrooms. It's really nice how they line up. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. I lost count here, so give me a moment. Okay, if all goes well, I'll land over here, and I did. So something interesting you saw there, I fell and still managed to get a jump to go in the flight. That's something you can do in this game. Don't ask me why, I don't know. It's kind of weird. Gonna hold left and hopefully not land on a mushroom, and I did land on it. That's unfortunate. It happens. And back to holding right. There's a lot of holding right in this game.
Yeah, it sure looks like it. So does the spin dash have any particular mechanic, or is there just a set speed?
It's just a set speed. I typically do it like going into these. I guess going uphill, a spin dash seems to work better. You maintain more momentum, which seems kind of odd to me. If you're not going uphill, running seems to be the quicker option. I'm about to hit a checkpoint, and I need to pay attention for 4 seconds after this. And we're going to jump into that boss. I jumped a little early, lost my rings. That's not a good thing. Oh boy. Let's hopefully not die here. As I go through one of those spike balls.
Oh!
On the plus side, there was a checkpoint right here. But it's gonna throw off my timing right here. Oh, gosh. Oh, cool. I game over.
Oh. Oh, no.
Oh, right. That's not good, because that puts us back at Act 1. This is what I get for lowering my estimate. I haven't had that one happen before. Alright. We're still good, though. We just gotta go extra fast now.
Yeah,
So
so,
how
back to
big's
the
the
start of Mushroom Hill 1.
What was that?
Go ahead, Clinky stuff.
I was just gonna say, how big's the community for this game?
Not as small as you might think, actually. Oh gosh, this section is so hard to land there. I have a list of names up over on one of my monitors, but it's not a good time to read it, unfortunately. But there is a bit of history. Specifically, it's the past 3 years with this game. Recently, I kind of took over all the world records for this game. There's 4 categories, one for each of the game and one for all games that was more recently created. And I literally PB'd in all of these the other day. I am the world record holder. Sonic 2 is the only one that, prior to me playing it, was really optimized, if you will. I only hold the world record by a couple of seconds. I believe it's 8 seconds in that game. The other ones are by a good chunk of time, just because not as much has been put into them. This is a much cleaner Mushroom Hill 1 on the plus side. And now I also don't have the stress of, oh my gosh, this gotta be close to world record, because we know it's not. Ugh. But we will have all our lives. Unfortunately, it's the slowest stages, I'd say. Actually, I don't know. Sonic 3 is pretty slow. I actually just realized I'm at the spin dash there. Okay, let's get that spin dash now. One thing you might see, if you see me duck for a while, I'm hitting the spin dash button. I'm just not getting a spin dash. Yeah, in chat,
Yeah,
Crank That SNES can tell you all about the community, by the way. Go on.
This game, like, just eats inputs for breakfast. I managed to play this game for... I did install the emulator when I was, like, gonna do the commentary for this run. And, yeah, it is about as hard to play as it looks. I managed to make it 3 minutes, I think, before...
Yeah, that's what you told me.
Yeah. So, you know what? I'm just going to research this without actually playing it.
14.
Sonic Star, how long have you played this for?
So I've only played this once, and that was at AGDQ 2013. It was in the midst of Sega Junkie and Worcester's S3K run. I was playing it in the back of the room with another person. I'm not sure any of you know him, Kenny Man. We tried to beat Sonic 3 before they finished their run, and we got to Act 3, but then we found out that there was an Act 4.
But
So-
this is on video, by the way. If you watch that run, you won't see, Sonic Jam being played, but you will see Sonic Star playing it. Alright, we're almost caught up to where we were. Alright,
This is well the
206.
only Gamecom game that's actually got a speedrun.com board. I'm assuming because it's the
There we
only
go.
Gamecom game that actually has a defined endpoint,
Yeah,
given that most of them are board games.
Alright, so I'm at the boss now. I think I could still meet estimate, so we're good.
Nice. Just don't
There we go.
shenanigans. Yeah.
I had rings this time. Alright, so Mushroom Hill Act 3. This is one I'm horrible at, so we'll see how it goes. This does actually include, I believe it's a stage, yes. This stage will include the slowest point of the run. Or no, I'm sorry, that's actually the next stage. You'll know it when you see it. I won't even have to tell you what it is. There's a mushroom jump. I really like that. I'm gonna roll here. I know it's early, but I didn't want to get caught by that. And we're gonna keep on holding right. Lots of holding right. If I'm correct, yes, jump there. I tried to roll through that enemy. That I always forget to even try. So that's an improvement that I made the attempt. And one more mushroom jump here as we run uphill. Right there, you can see speed shoes. Unfortunately, it's not quicker to get them. I initially was collecting them in the route, but then I realized, no, that's actually really slow. I think y'all will recognize this boss. You should recognize all the bosses. They're totally in their natural habitats. This one
Oh, yeah,
kind of
when-
is.
Oh,
We did the Mushroom Hill 2 boss, so naturally we do the Mushroom Hill 1 boss. Why not?
Mm-hmm. So
But
kind of
that
like
would-
most of the bosses, we're just jumping.
Look at the sheer speed its animation is chopping down that tree.
Alright, so this is the one that goes really slow at one point, and I probably should really find a way to route it out, but honestly, I really like the strat because I accidentally found it, and I don't want to give it up, even if there is something quicker. So right here, we're going to spin dash up a big hill. It's a very slow spin dash, but we're going to do a frame-perfect jump at like 2 FPS at the end of it. Right here, and that will land us on an invincibility box between two sets of spikes, which I'm going to utilize coming up here to run on spikes.
Oh wow.
There's probably a faster method, but as I said, it looks really cool. More speed shoes we're skipping because it's just in a bad spot.
Yeah, I mean a period of slow motion always looks cool.
Alright, so right here down this hill, I'm on spikes, and because I had the invincibility, I could just jump off of them. And we're going to come all the way up here. And, yeah, here's a boss. Do you guys recognize this boss?
Oh, it's the one from Mushroom Hill. Oh, which I mean Flying Battery.
It's Mushroom Hill, of course. All these bosses are from Mushroom Hill. Didn't you know there were 4 bosses, or 3 bosses in Mushroom Hill in Sonic & Knuckles?
Yeah, of course.
So this is going to be the end of Sonic & Knuckles, and then we will move on to the final game, Sonic 3, which I have routed last, specifically in case I accidentally enter it, trying to enter the second game, and I need to not accidentally jump. That's fine.
So before heading into Sonic 3, I just want to read a couple of donations. We
Go
have
for it.
$150 from Knuckles saying, I can't let Sonic beat me to the Master Emerald. And then there's this weird donation. I don't know. This one says it's from Totally Not a Biased Host for $50 towards Knuckles.
Not biased at all, right?
Nope. But that puts the pressure on for both sides. There is 97 cents that separates them now. Only 97 cents. It's anyone's game.
So at the start of this stage, there's just so many obstacles. It makes it a pain to route and go fast. Taking this zip line, from everything I've seen, is the quickest method. As slow as it looks. So I do want to mention something coming up here. I made mention at the start of the run, nice, I got that, that Tails is sort of required to beat this run, from my understanding, and that's because of this thing coming up. This you might actually recognize the start of this stage. This is a pretty accurate representation of Angel Island 1. But this thing right here, it's programmed that you go around it, and you start going around it, and then you just immediately fall down, and as Sonic and Knuckles, I have yet to be able to find a way to get up it.
So the game is literally only beatable as Tails.
From what I have seen, yes.
Nice.
I'm sure you guys recognize this boss. Nice little intermission. Angel Island 2 and 3 are two of my worst stages by far, so I hope y'all are prepared. If all goes well, I won't game over again. So
Is that why you saved Sonic 3 to the end for the last one?
No. So I did some heavy rerouting in these two stages and made them much quicker. Unfortunately, that means learning new muscle memory for them, which this game is hard to learn muscle memory for. One. Yes, alright. I'm going to spin dash here. And we're going to transition our paths here in a moment to... I don't know if it's top path. It might be a middle path right here. By the way, jumping like that and getting flight is a pain. Sometimes the game just doesn't want to do it. Time jump there, and then I need to remember... Oh, that platform is in a good spot. I liked that. I needed to remember to transition to this path and missed that spring. Awesome. Half of this loop is invisible. I don't know why. Maybe they just got tired of programming it. And unfortunately, I have to fly here to get to the top part. And then we have an actual boss. I think y'all recognize it. Hi again.
Oh my god, it's the boss from Angel Island 1.
Nice, and I did it without taking damage. Alright, so, the most useless checkpoint imaginable, right there. 3 seconds in the running right. At this stage, we are going to take the top path. Once we are up here, we should be staying up top for quite a while. This was, again, a major reroute I did, and it worked out very nicely. I'm going to run, and at the last part of my running animation, I'm going to jump. Going to jump again, do a bit of flight, and hopefully not mess up a jump coming up. Right here. Oh, nope, nope, nope. Go back up. Go back up. Get off that spring first. Tails, do what I tell you to. Or what I don't tell you to and I want you to do. Either or. Alright. And I'll let y'all talk for a bit.
Alright, so we're on Angel Island 3. We only have 2 stages left to go before the end. This is actually a port of, well, I say a quote-unquote port of a game on the Sega Saturn, which is also called Sonic Jam, which is also a compilation of Sonic 1, 2, and 3.
Yeah,
Which,
I will say.
What?
Yeah, I was just gonna say they did a pretty fantastic job, you know.
Yeah,
translating this.
I think so. It plays exactly like the originals. But this was released on the Game.com, which was like supposed to be a direct competitor to the Game Boy, and I think we can see what happened historically with that. We are living in the alternate timeline where the Game Boy succeeded, obviously.
So this boss right here, you'll recognize it. The way to beat this is hope the game gives you an input here at the start. We're good. As long as you can fly over it, you're good. I made the mistake, I have a clip on my channel of getting to that point saying, oh good, we're through the hard part, and then the game didn't let me fly and I died. There was just nothing I could do. So I've learned my lesson.
Yeah. So literally the boss for this stage is just like the mini boss from Angel Island 2, just the bombing run.
Yep, it is. And I think you'll recognize the final boss as well. Alright, last stage right here. Another one that went through a major reroute, making it a lot quicker. And what honestly has, in my opinion, the hardest boss in this game. It's not necessarily a difficult boss, but I always seem to die to it. And unfortunately, there are no checkpoints in the stage on the path we're taking. Alright, so I got a couple more things in my notes. Another roll right about there. And we're almost at the boss, so anything you guys want to add to this?
I'm not really sure if there's anything to say, to be honest.
Yeah, this technically qualifies as a video game, and I'm so glad when it was originally submitted as 3 separate games. I'm so glad we just decided, you know what, let's have all of them.
All right, so final boss. It is the actual final boss of Angel Island Zone. So I have a queue I need to use. 105. So at about 115 is when I want to jump into him. That's when he should become vulnerable. I want to do it from the right side, as I've learned. And hopefully, I'm a little late, hopefully we'll actually get all the hits in. No guarantees. Nope. So I have to do one more cycle here. And as long as he stays on the platform, it's fine. You don't want to kill him off platform. Because in order for this to end, I have to hit this capsule coming down. And if it's off the platform, you hit it and fall to your death.
Oh, you just lose inputs as soon as you... Well, it doesn't
And
look
real
like you have much
quick,
air control anyway.
that is time. A minute overestimate, unfortunately. Yeah, you lose control of Tails. You can try briefly, but you can't make it.
Wow.
And that was a video game.
Amazing.
So for reference, so let me look at my times. Sonic 2 ties the world record at 346. It might be a few frames better. We're not gonna talk about Sonic and Knuckles. I didn't play that. Sonic 3 missed world record by 8 seconds. So 2/3 of that run was actually really good.
Really good.
But
I'm so glad. I'm so glad we have seen the best Sonic game in this marathon.
Yeah, and by the way, that was the marathon debut of, to my knowledge, of all games. It's the second time I've run Sonic Jam at a marathon, but I've only run Sonic 3 prior to today. That's all I've got.
I think it was a worthy debut. I think the marathon's all downhill from here, honestly. But yeah.
So thank you to both of you for coming along for this ride. I really appreciate it. And thank you everybody for watching the games I did and the games everyone's been doing and the game coming up, which the only kid can tell you more about that.
All right, thank you so much for the run. I don't ever want to see that game again. That's terrifying and awful, and I don't know why you would subject yourself to it. More power to you, my friend. Anywho, just a little heads up, the bid war between Sonic and Knuckles has ended. It ended on time. And there was a $1 donation less than 5 seconds before it ended, tipping the scales once again to be 3 cents in favor of Sonic. We will be seeing Sonic in Sonic 2.
Wow.
And that's up next.